Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christ169 coming to you live with the power of better internet. I'm here, you're there. Let's get ready to rumble. Woo! Now, the title video today is PC gaming, what I think about it. Cost, and so I wrote down some costs here. You can't see much I can scratch, so I'll go over it, piece by piece. And make you guys understand how much it will cost for you. These prices will differ. Okay, prices are not going to be the same. They're going to differ. The prices for PC gaming will flux. Mine cost $1,700. The end game was $1,693.13. I overspent by $7. This game PC was back in 2021, the height of the scalper, revenge on them buying crap and running around. Of course, I have a case here. The case I have here is listed. It's the PSA 500A. It's this thing right here. Probably can't see it. It has a vented case here. You guys really can't see it. I can't be fumbling around with my camera right now. But move this damn thing over a little bit. The case looks like this right here. The case looks like this. Has RGB stuff in it. My brother-in-law installed that. As part of it has a wire meshing here, so airflow. 3 fans in the front for good intake and 1 exhaust, and not including the dual fan of the graphics card. I'll get that in a minute here. That was what the hell is it? There's $149.99. That's probably a mid-range tower. That right there is something that you'll probably get into if you want a mid-range tower. Of course, without this next item, it doesn't really matter. For your motherboard, my brother-in-law, who's all authentic parts, and it's Frankenstein, 100% all brand new actually. He didn't have to go anywhere and buy anywhere in any kind of thrift store. Like he bought 100% real. He went to Best Buy, Newegg, Amazon. Mostly Best Buy had a lot of this stuff, and he bought a lot of it up there. So thank you, Justin, for doing that. This is here is an MSI Tomahawk B5500 Tomahawk Mag. That came up to being, please, 151.20. I think 128.20, whatever it is. 151.28. It's PCIe 4.0 ready. It works good with the Ryzen. It's Gen 3 Ryzen desktop ready. Ryzen 5600, 3200. Not compatible with 3400G, 3200C, only because this is more of your mid-tier, top of the line mid-tier motherboard. It's more for your, you grab my processor. I'll get here. I'm like digging out the box here. It's buried in the box drama. Here's power supply. My brother-in-law went to Corsair CX750M. Bought because I wanted to go with 36 Ti. Couldn't get it at the time. So he went ahead and got me this bad boy here. This is actually a 80 plus bronze CXM series. It's a good thing here. Better output, of course, later on down the line. When I get a 3060 Ti or 3070, this will be good with that. If I go higher now, I might have to. Right now, he said I can go with 3090 in here, but I'll probably go 36 Ti is my highest. For my maximum, I'll go probably 3080 Ti, low grade 3090. Only because, I don't want to because I want to overclock the CPU eventually. But I'll get to that here in a minute when I dig out the box and find it in here. But this is the power supply. It goes in the bottom of the case. Now, I can not get pelted with trash here. Okay. Where did you go, Mr. Ross? Also, if anybody's asking, I not stop fumbling crap for 5 minutes. I do have an Xbox Ultimate card if anybody wants it. I haven't used it yet. Send me an invite, send me a message on here, and I'll give you my gamer tag, Christ169. Send me a message on there, and you'll get a 14-day free pass of Ultimate. So if you need Game Pass Ultimate, it comes with Gold, EA Play, and Game. Just let me know we need it. I'm not going to show it on here because people pause it and take it before you get a chance to it. So I'm not going to tell you the code on here, but if you want this 14-day trial here, just drop me a message on my Xbox Live, Xbox Messenger. I'll send it to you. That's 14 days, only 2 weeks. Some of my friends go out and buy headsets. But this actually is I bought this at Best Buy. It's a good one too. While we're on the PC in here. Xbox One. This is the X Series version, not the Xbox One itself. This is the X Series version. And it comes with a dongle. $80 back then, about a year and a half ago. $80. I still see it in Best Buy, not a lot. Now you could buy the dongle separate, exact same price. It's like $70 for this thing and plus the other thing. So you get it together, you pop it in there. I had Windows 10 Pro, so it took a little while, but once it got going, awesome. I play Red Dead 2 on it, games on it all the time, runs great. There's no icon pops up when it's not working, it just goes off when it's not working real well. Power low. That being said, too, though, another side note here, I got this is more because my motherboard doesn't have a Wi-Fi built in, so I got a Wi-Fi adapter for it. Let's sneeze again. I'm going to cut my sinuses and just drain them. No one about sneezing anymore. Sorry, guys. This is a 3.0. This gets better speed since the update I had on it. It was 49, like 75 or 80 now. This is a good Wi-Fi adapter. I use it occasionally, only so the drivers be used and stuff, though, because it will sit. And it's on the back of my PC right now. I'm in my 3.0 spot port, and it works good. About $71 this one, right there. About $71 this one here. Not too bad at all. If you don't have a built-in Wi-Fi or built-in Wi-Fi or built-in motherboard Wi-Fi, it's a good option to get. It works with any network, any adapter. What I worked with mine perfectly fine. Plugged it in, enter your password, and bam, off and running. Not an issue at all. I think I found something here. Now, with the motherboard, you need a good processor. CPU. My brother-in-law went with the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, 6-core 12 threads. This is actually going to cost you $299. This is all new egg stuff. $299. $299, 600X, 6-core 12 threads. Jay's 2 cents. I'm plugging here, as well as my brother-in-law has a YouTube channel, but it's some weird number name. Not really a channel right now. And Gaming Nexus will come up and say, hey, this is the best one you can get right now for your money. Ryzen series here, Ryzen 5, 5600X. It's a good, solid CPU. It's a good utility CPU. It's good for gaming. It will work better. Zen 3. It will work better when I have a higher graphics card. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sinuses and then they're draining now, so it's a good thing they're draining. It has a built-in cooler on it. If I overclock it, I might have to go different. Maybe get a little. My sister has a little cooler that's fan for under that goes to the exhaust. I'm gonna have to do that eventually. Maybe if I do, so I'd overclock mine. Mine's 3.7 right now in the box. I might want to go 3.9, maybe 4 hertz. It goes. Max boost is 4.6. Base 3.7. That's where I'm at right now. So if I can overclock it to say 4 or even 3.9, that'll keep me a lot. We're 3.8, 3.8, 3.9. That'll keep me running a little longer. This came out in 2016, 2022. The new ones are coming out now. The new Intels and new Ryzen's coming out. If you can, go with Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9, but Ryzen 5 for budget. If you want to stay around under $2,000, this is where you're gonna be at. I'm not including the monitors because my monitor's 2K. It's gonna be over $2,000, and SSD. I have two SSDs in there. I didn't put them in the thing here, but that's something you have to work on your own. I have two SSDs. I have three actually. One internal is a 2 terabyte SSD, and two internal. They're all Zen 3, Gen 3. Gen 4s will not work when I say it could, but we were warm, so my brother was like, hey, I'll give you one. So my sister came over and put another one in, paid her money, she put the second one in. And, sorry I hate doing that, but I don't want you guys to see that stuff and get sick or eating it out right now. I better just take a couple seconds to do that and then not do it. Because it's unlocked, so it can be overclocked with the motherboard and the Windows 10. It's really good. So I might have my sister overclock it for me maybe eventually, maybe this year, maybe next year. Overclock it 3.8, maybe 3.9. Just let it go at that. But yeah, Ryzen 5 processor, good for gaming. 6-core, 12 threads. Most games are not going to use any more 6-core. Yeah, you can go Intel. Intel's more expensive. But the catch is you might be losing some gameplay, maybe some frames per second. My monitor right now, my monitor, Christmas monitor is 1080p 75 hertz. My old monitor was a 2K 59.95 hertz. Is why I bought it at Best Buy. Why 59.9 not 60? Don't ask me why. I have no clue. This one here works good. I played Apex Legends. Not really my thing. I asked for a refund. I tried it. Not really my thing. If they deny a refund, then that's fine. Whatever. But if they don't deny it, then I'll get my money back for it and do something else. But I wanted to try that. I know it's free to play, but I bought Champions Edition because whatever. I like to buy. I think I had like $300 on my account, or I did. I bought more games now and downloaded, so whatever. Anyway, this here, good CPU. Not bad at all for the price. $299. It was $350 when my brother-in-law bought it. The motherboard, I believe he said it was almost $250 or $1 too well. So mine was a little different. $700 back then was a lot more money. Now it's $1,693, $13. Even better. This one here is kind of an oddball one, but nothing really major. Because, yes, you see how you said I wanted a 3060 Ti, but I couldn't do it. He messed me one time, I think at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5, I think 5, 6 in the morning. And I was starting to go work at night. He's like, hey, Mark. I said, yeah. Get you a 2060. 6 gigabytes of VRAM for $750. Little scout price. This one here is actually $854. About $150 more than what I paid for this one back a year ago. It's that you can probably get cheaper. There's a 2060 Super and 2060 12 gigabyte one. This one here I like because it's actually pretty cool. It has the DDR6. It has DirectX 12, 4.5, HDCP 2.2, NVIDIA Boost, VR ready, even though VR is kind of weird for this thing. This graphics card is the birth of ray tracing, RTX here, ray tracing. It went from graphics and from GTX to RTX, from 660 Super. If you only afford a Super, 660 Super is a good graphics card. But if you want a little more bang for your buck, a little more longevity, I know this card is going to show its age. Eventually, this card is going to become obsolete compared to games right now. Battlefield 2042 is a cluster F of a game. This this is screaming at me when I'm playing that cluster F of the game. It's so bad I just uninstalled it and like sent it in, it's scared me. But I'm playing games like Battlefront 2 or Shadow Tomb Raider, or Red Dead 2 gets warmer. I play most games on high, maybe medium, depending on what I'm playing. At the bottom, I can go high. Tomb Raider, I can go ultra, ultimate. It runs like a champ. Shot Tomb Raider, medium, high, mostly medium. Uh, Games of that nature. Um, Horizon Zero Dawn, medium, high. Depends what I want, but I have 1080p, so really, this is a 1080p powerhouse card. It does 2K. I played on 2K. It works 2K. The difference is this card compared to 2070 or 2060 Super. 2060 Super is the VRAM is only 6 GB. And 2060 Super, you get 2 GB more, 8 VRAM within video memory. How much memory can be saved on the card because it has own memory and displayed on the screen at one time. Fortnite uses CPU, so does PUBG and the rest of those games use PUBG. Epic Legends will use the GPU a lot more than CPU once it's ready. Or I've played for around 2 hours or so. And that being said, though, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Good starter graphics card. It got my foot in the door with the RTX. I played Battlefield 5 with it on medium settings. Medium. A bug or something. I don't know what it is. Sorry, guys. It's medium settings, medium ray tracing. You will see soldiers run across, and of course, in the story mode, the truck there on one map, and mud and the water. You'll see the truck image on the water moving with the water because it's moving. You see soldiers run across by, you see them. Turn it off, you won't see them. This is what ray tracing does. It puts images that are not there. Now, the better graphics cards, 2070 Super, 2080 Super, Ti, 3060 series, and the 4000 series will be better than this. But this is good for me. I love it. I play it a lot. I use it a lot. I'm going to use it as much as I can. Now, when I get my 3060 or 3060 Ti, I'll let my father have this. He has 1650 Super in his. This would be graphically a two-step above him. He plays racing game, maybe a sports game. This would be a beast for him. He only has a 4 GB card. This would be a 6 GB card. It'd be 2 GB to work with. It'd be good for him. So all together, with this thing, graphics card, the power supply, and the motherboard, you're looking at, and they are odds and ends, you're looking at $1,600, 93 cents. If you include the Xbox One controller or buy one like this, $31 at Best Buy, corded controller, plug in, you save some money. Exact same functionality, has a cord on it. I have a wireless keyboard set, wireless. I bought this Best Buy, Logitech, has one dongle, shares both of them. That's about $51 there. So altogether, my rig cost me right around $2,000. $2,000 plus everything. Now I have Logitech speakers, have Trax headset here for games I play headset on. You could get these at GameStop, not bad ones at all. May a little trouble pairing them with your computer. But once you plug it in, dongle works fine. Only comes on when it comes on. Got to charge them up though. It's wireless. Wired ones be cheaper, maybe easier to move, to work on. But that being said, though, for the last few minutes, I'll talk about my experiences with this. What made me go to PC gaming? Was it the fact that consoles come out every year and they're all the same? Can't get a PS5, Xbox. What made me go to PC gaming was the fact that I desired to do something different. I played PC gaming back on the Apple II and III, way back for a lot of you kids were even thought of. But your parents probably even thought of it. And at that time, I played Space Quest, Police Quest, games like that. Really, I never really thought of myself as PC gamer, as gamer itself. But as I got my PC, my sister and my brother-in-law built this rig for me. I fell in love with it. It's awesome. I love Steam sales. I love the winter sale, spring sale, summer sales. We're having a sale, come buy something. Sale, right? Awesome. I like that. Now, so much so that PlayStation and Nintendo and even Microsoft has to start coming up with sales. It ain't for free. They're not giving stuff away. But Steam always going to have it. Yes, the Steam refund policy can be a pain in the butt. They should refund Battlefield 2022. They're not going to. Go, you're over a 2-hour mark. I understand that. I made peace with that. I moved on from that. Sorry, guys. I'm coughing, not coughing. That being said, though, is there any problem with PC gaming? No. Upfront cost will be terrifying. This will be, oh my God, it's expensive. True. Goes in the garbage can. But think about it, though. You're buying a console every 5 years. Spending $500 to buy a box to play games on for a short period of time. Once that console becomes no more, those games you saved on that console don't move over unless they allow them. If the Xbox One, 360, and PS3 didn't allow you to move games over, what do you think the X Series and PS5 will let you do when the next big thing comes out from those companies? They're not going to let you do that. Maybe backwards compatibility, yes. But you see the cluster F of what happened with Microsoft backwards compatibility, and even Sony for that matter too. Issues. There's hundreds of thousands of millions of games out there that you can't play because the licenses don't renew, don't work, or the company went out of business. PC gaming, there's Call of Duty 2 you can play on here. Of course, it's mouse and keyboard only. I play World of Tanks, mouse and keyboard, but you can play it nonetheless. Counter-Strike, once again, you play a lot of these games. Some of these games came out in 98, 2000, 22 plus years ago. So my thought is this. I realize it's a better investment. I do my taxes on here. I don't actually though. I go to my friend's house. He's a tax guy. Does it for me. It's cheap for me to do that with me personally. Cheap for me personally. He's a very good guy. But if I didn't want to do them, if I did want to do them on PC, well, I don't. But if I did, I would use my gaming rig for that. If I want to, I don't do that because I don't like using my personal computer for anything other than gaming. But that said, though, I have friends who do stuff, so I go pay them to do it for me, kind of thing, like that. But that's me. You personally, you can run a small business on your gaming rig. You can be blasting away Desperados and Red Dead 2 and turn around and have a lawn care service the next day and go to work. Have clients email you, fax you, your daily work list for that week, and you go off and and you go nuts. That you can do that on a PC. You can't do that on an Xbox or PlayStation, or even a Switch for that matter. Speaking of Switch, it's pretty old now. Games ain't coming out to it anymore that are for other games anymore, consoles anymore. So my thought is this: I ain't trying to steer you towards PC. I'm trying to tell you, look at the brass tacks of it all. I look at the cost over quantity. Yes, you can get more game download to your Xbox and S Series and X Series and PS5 digital. Would I buy a PS5? No, most definitely, but I would want one. But am I going to run out there and go buy one? No, not right now. I don't need an Xbox. I have an Xbox right here. Because when I get my 3060 in there, my 3060 or 3080 in there, the TI 3080, that Xbox PlayStation becomes obsolete. Because it's no longer graphically compared to a PC. My 2060 is slower than the 2070 Super, the Xbox and PlayStation have right now. Equivalent to. But I spend $300, $400, retail price, of course. Can't find that much anymore, but it's a retail price. Past sister, she's an IT person. Pay her about $100, $200, come over here. She plugs it in, sets it up, downloads any BIOS or any way I want to do it. And I have a system that's more powerful than the current consoles will ever be, even with the updates and the rumored updates coming out to release more power of the consoles or get more power to the developers for these consoles. Just like when the Xbox One had the 10% saved for the Connect, and they got rid of that and they downloaded it to the system, it became 10% more powerful, supposedly. I played Titanfall, and it was a good system. I had no problem with it. But what I'm saying is, though, thinking about the gaming realm right now we're in and understanding what it is, I went with a gaming PC because I wanted to get away from the consoles. Because I got tired of plugging money, hoping and praying to get something that scalpers are going to just take and sell for $5,000 anyway. If I'm going to spend $5,000, $2,000, I'm going to have my brother-in-law built me a gaming rig. I told him that. I said, I'm not going to spend $2,000 on a console you need in 5 years. I'm going to have you build me a gaming rig. He went on there because he's a tax guy too. We did different kind of taxes and all that stuff. It's not really important. I think it's small stuff, whatever. It's not anything big. But that's what he does. That's fine. No, he's not my tax guy, but he does something different inside. I think. I don't know. I think it's state work. I don't know what he does. I think it's IT too. I think he works in IT as well. Anyway, though, it's a big, long, boring story. What he does. But he's a good guy. He says, I'll build you a gaming rig. What you want? He said, well, build me something that's comparable that will last longer than a console. He looked at me like, oh, he's like, okay. And off he went to his room, up in their house. Closed the door, to my knowledge, sat down, found stuff. Started building a list, second and twice. Not Santa Claus, but the close thing to it. Check the list, making a list, checking it twice. Can't find out Mark is naughty and nice because Mark's really naughty and nice. Anyway, though. But he went there and did the stuff. I took care of it. Okay, ballpark figure of $958 for everything except the graphics card. So I gave him $1,000 to help cover a lot of the taxes and stuff don't cost. And gas he had to use to go to the store because she didn't leave and she was in Nashville. So, drive around. So, $1,000 right there. $758 for the graphics card plus another $100 for him, my sister, to bring it over. She built my gaming table here I bought at Ash Home Store, the black one. I gave her the money to it as well. And I pay her for her time because she worked really hard. And so she made about an extra $100 something, $50 off me. But good because she did a good job, built it really good. Luckily, the table used Allen wrenches. Allen wrenches are a little better. I've heard holding. They're thicker than regular screws, so it's good. Good job. Barton in here, set everything up. Did everything. She didn't even ask. She set the whole thing up. Paid her money. She set it up. She didn't ask, argue, cry. She set everything up. She did what she did what she had to do. I was paying her for a job. She went here and did it. No questions asked. I gave her money. She done in about 30 minutes. She was done. Like, wow, take me half a damn day to do that. Be tearing boxes open, throwing stuff around, trying to figure stuff out. But she did. Done. Here you go. She set everything up, did the BIOS, all the checks, words, blah, 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 blah. Done. I've been gaming on it ever since. I check updates every often because I'm kind of dumb for updates. I'm used to the Xbox holding my hand, dragging me across the thing. Oh, Xbox time, it's time for updates. I have to do updates now, so I got to check it every week. It reminds me, I'm done with this video, I'm going to check my graphics card updates for that latest updates, install them. My experience with PC has been good. It's been great, actually, though. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM in there. My brother-in-law says it's overkill. He gave me two 8 gigabytes of sticks of RAM for pre-built, but I want from my first build. I wanted the Coast here. I wanted the Venture ones. I wanted to max something out. My motherboard can hold up to 128 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm nowhere near maxed out. If I get 2 more 32 sticks, that'd be up to 128. But 32 right now, 32 right now is overkill. 16 would have been the max, or at least the minimum. Max would have been 28. I overkilled it a little bit. But you know what, though? Whatever. I got it for Christmas. So they came over and installed it for Christmas. That's cool. Um, Not a problem at all. I'm very blessed to have family who actually knows this stuff because I'll be buying something offline for a pile of junk. I'm not saying buying anything from Newegg or but no. Buy a pre-built. My brother-in-law said, but probably be cheaper to buy a pre-built probably because cheaper pre-built will have stuff in there needed. And then he probably came over and checked it out. Probably what the warranty, but who cares? Because he was saying he probably came over. I'll probably sent to his house. He probably opened it up, took it apart, checked everything, make sure everything's right. And then what kind of guy he is. No, I think he would have. But hey, can you buy me this pre-built and open it? I know avoid the warranty, but open up and check it. Make sure everything's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Just do a general check, wiring, whatever. And he probably would have done that. He probably would have gone an extra mile. But I bought me a pre-built. I would have paid him for it. He would have got it home. I put on his mechanical gloves that don't have any shock resistance stuff to it, and just go in there and just go to town and see, all the connections working, anything broken, junk, Now he would have done that because that's his character. I believe has that characteristic where he'll go in there and go the extra mile. He'll take his time and look at every little thing. If he finds a chip on a motherboard or a plug line in, there's something wrong with this. Just dig a little deeper. It's the kind of person he is. If it's all clear, check the back out, wiring's good. He might swap out the SSD for a better SSD, maybe a one that has a 2 terabyte one SSD that's made a little faster, made the same speed, but a better one. And and life is good. And re-download up to that and been good with it, So that's something that my brother also said too. He could do pre-builds. That being said, guys, my video here. Thank you for watching my video. My computer right now, I give a 5-star rating. The only half-star I give myself is trying to keep the updates going. That's my only problem there. Right now, it's a 5-star rating. Game PC is better, but it is more costly up front. But if you don't mind the cost up front, you're good with it. Hey, life is great. But yeah, this is my video, guys. Like, subscribe down below, turn notifications on, share my video with friends. And when you're down there commenting, like, subscribe, turn notifications, ring that bell. Helps channel out. It keeps me going. I'm not paid by Patreon. I'm paid by job. So I have a full-time gig. So I appreciate you guys watching. Be blessed. See you guys later. Peace out.